Bodine 52, how are you folks? I am out loving life, riding my 2021 Road Glide Limited with nothing but just clear 2-lane road. Probably the safest way you can ride your motorcycle is on a 2-lane road like this. Wait, or is it? Let's talk about the most dangerous places to ride your motorcycle. So one of the things that was introduced to me on my way home from work yesterday was the interstate that I go from my office to my house is now under construction for the next 6 months. 6 months. So as I was sitting there in my truck, frustrated that normally I could drive 75 or 80 on this road, I am now stop and go. And that is my future life for the summer. I've decided that one of the 5 places that it is not fun or it's dangerous is when there's construction. Now, to me, there's multiple reasons for that, right? Obviously, you have less outs, if you will, when you're riding, right? Always looking for a safe out. Or potentially could be material on the road, right? People coming in and out and dropping stuff. And then, of course, there's the stop and go. And you know how fun that is on a motorcycle, especially when you have a 930-pound motorcycle. Not fun. Not fun at all. And it is dangerous. And I can see myself, and this has happened to me before, and I don't know about you guys, but I still do it. When I'm stopped like that, I'm always looking at my mirrors, right? One, I'm always in first gear, too, not in neutral. So I can get out of the way if I see something coming, trying to leave myself an out. But construction is dangerous. The second thing. Last summer, I went on a trip with a couple buddies and our wives. And we made the mistake of going through Cincinnati, Ohio. My wife and I. Fully loaded up bike for a week vacation. Thought I had beat the rush hour deal. And it was pretty much, in my life, the most miserable city and highway that I've ever rode through on my life. As a matter of fact, I have a video on that trip. I'm not sure I videotaped the challenges that we had because, honestly, I was taking everything I could to make sure that I was safe for myself, but especially for my wife. America! Don't you worry, I'm going to get my picture in front of that with my bike one of these days. Just waiting for those people not to be home or be in their yard so I can chat them up. Or like that guy that's going to pull out. So, big cities, man, they can be awful. And I guess that's a little bit like construction because it's stop and go. It's slow depending on the time you get there. Now, I will tell you, and I had this conversation with a buddy the other day about Chicago. I spent 4 or 5 years in Chicago. I love that town. I'm a big sports junkie, so it was perfect for me. And I did like being downtown. And normally I took the train down there and an office down there, or I would drive my truck. But I've always wanted to ride my bike around the outside of Chicago. There's the freeway that's right on the side of the city. There's a couple ways around Chicago, too, so you don't get all that. But I know what a flippin' mess that would be to ride through there, but I thought it would be great video and a good experience. So maybe I'll do that one Saturday or Sunday if I'm up in that area. And but big cities, that's number 2. Number 3, and we've talked about this before, and I was just watching a video of Gears and Gadgets. And I'll link that in the description just so you can see it. But group rides to me are just dangerous. Now, I think the social aspect of that. There's a hog chapter that I've been involved in. They have rides. I think they do a good job at making sure that they have a road captain and a sweep, and they give instructions. I think almost all the Harley hog chapters that I've been involved with that I went on a ride really ran it well. And they made you as safe as you could, but you just don't know the people you're riding with. You know how it is. You have a friend or two, or maybe it's your spouse that you ride with. You know how they ride, right? You know where they're going to be. You know that they aren't going to come up on a stop and just, stop quickly unless it's an emergency. You just kind of know how they ride, so it's easier. So I think that it's dangerous to do a group ride. So if you invite me to a group ride I don't accept, it's nothing personal. And be safe out there, right? Now, the fourth one, you saw it in the kickoff of this video, and that just kind of happened where that guy came out on me a little bit. He did a quick look in the mirror and said, "Ooh, that's Bodine 52. I probably ticked him off." So he took off, so I couldn't catch up to him as much, but he's lucky. Is these country roads. I mean, look at this. This is sweet. There's not been anybody really out here. There's a couple curves. There's a car up here. A couple people go by. It's really nothing. Now, if you're out here in Michigan, every now and then you're going to get some tractors and maybe some mud or something on the road and stuff you got to watch out. But it's pretty safe. Yet, a lot of these side roads have rocks and crap right on the corner as you're turning. I've noticed that it's early in the year here in Michigan, so there's more and more of that, even though we've had a lot of rain, right? So it's still dangerous, but to me, the biggest deal are critters, right? I am a avid deer hunter, but I prefer not to do that in a motor vehicle or on my bike. And it is dangerous. There is no doubt they are dangerous, especially when you're on a motorcycle. Reality is you can probably hit one with your car or your truck. And wisdom from Bodine, if you see one and you're going to hit it, don't swerve, drive through it. It is safer for you, which is the most important in my mind. So I think that these country roads, if you will, can be just as dangerous as some of the busy roads with constructions in big cities. And number 5, to me, the most dangerous places to ride a motorcycle is anywhere that you are at that you are not physically or mentally ready to ride. I believe that is so critical. And believe me, I'm one of those guys that says I can just go for a ride and that will really make me feel better. But you got to get your head straight when you are out riding, or it doesn't matter where you're at, it is going to be dangerous. As an example, I just got a message. I was stopped back there from my office. And I don't know, the world is coming to an end apparently, right? So I said, hey, I'll buzz you back here in about an hour. I'm in the middle of a meeting, and this is a meeting. It's us, right? But for the first 3 or 4 minutes after I was in the ride, it was like, oh, yeah, unbelievable. These people know they're interrupting my riding. And then I was like, okay, focus, right? And if you follow my channel, you know I kind of joke around about that whole focus thing. But it is critical. So I think the most dangerous place to ride is anywhere where you are not mentally, obviously, physically, haven't had, in my opinion, any alcohol, but that's just me. You make decisions for you, or you're tired, or anything else that will make it dangerous for you riding, and of course, the other folks on the road. So those are my 5 top most dangerous places to ride a motorcycle. I'm sure I missed some. I'm sure you got some additional ones, and I would love to hear them if you can put those in the comments, I would sincerely appreciate that. And I do appreciate you coming along with me today for the ride. It's always great to spend time on the bike, doing what I love, talking to my friends, and definitely don't take that for granted. So from Bodine 52, be safe out there. We'll talk to you soon. Check on a friend, and we'll see you on the next one.